quiet evening, snow is falling, and from every window shines a light. Somewhere in the distance drums are calling, but no one heeds their call tonight. Christmas, oh Christmas, how we long for you. Christmas, oh Christmas, let your message once again ring true.
Hey everyone, happy Vlogmas Day 16. Here we are again. It is late in the day. It's around 4:30 in the afternoon. It's almost dark. The days are getting so short. It's just crazy. I think we're coming up onto the shortest day of the year in the Northern Hemisphere. Anyways, I don't know if that changes for the Southern Hemisphere, but here, I think the shortest day of the year is either December 20th or the 21st, and then the days start to get longer. Anyways, it's fine. It's fine. We know how to light our candles and have a cozy atmosphere. We have some lights, have some soothing drinks. All of those things soothe our souls and make us feel better. Today was my last day of work until later on in the month. So I don't go back to work now until after Christmas. So I'm quite happy about that. I've really been looking forward to having a little bit of extra time. It definitely hasn't been easy though. I don't want to make it seem to anybody that it's easy. I think that that's probably one of the worst things that we can do to each other is make it seem like we have it together while everybody else is struggling. And honestly, for me, I can promise you that's not the case. I have to make lists. I forget things all the time. I start to panic because I feel like I've forgotten things. I don't know. I don't know if anybody remembers. Okay, so I have a lot of viewers from all over the world, but if you are, which is amazing. So if you are from Canada, there's an old Canadian Tire commercial, and it's Canadian Tire is like a hardware and automotive store. They have housewares. They have almost anything that you can imagine. They have Christmas decorations. They have barbecues. They have everything. But anyways, there was a commercial years ago where there was a woman and she was putting out the appetizers and she was lighting the candles and her house was perfectly clean, and at the end she looks around with satisfaction and she says, "I don't think I've forgotten a thing." And then the doorbell rings, ding dong, and as she heads off to answer the door, you can, as she turns around, you can see that in the front she has her apron on, but in the back she doesn't have her pants or her skirt on. She's just got underwear and pantyhose because she forgot to put her pants on or her skirt on. And I don't know about you, but I feel like that all the time. Like, oh, I'm sure I haven't forgotten a thing, and feeling a great deal of satisfaction, and then come to find out I've forgotten something very important. Anyways, we're all in it together. We're all here to support each other. I've had nothing but beautiful, kind comments in comment section down below on YouTube, and it just gives me such a warm glow, and it's really changing the way I feel this year, because a lot of years Christmas has been super difficult for me. I tend to feel a lot of anxiety, depression. I don't know if it's the lack of sunlight or just the stress of trying to get everything done, but I definitely have struggled through several Christmases. And oftentimes, if I just keep pushing through and don't acknowledge that I need to step back and take a break for myself, or I need to take a quiet moment, recharge my batteries, what ends up happening is I do end up getting physically sick. So I guess my immune system probably gets depressed, and I pick up then whatever happens to be going around at that time, whether it's a bad cold, flu. I think one year I had Norwalk virus. It was horrible. And it's the last, I mean, when you've gone to all that trouble to plan and coordinate things, the last thing you want to be at that point is sick and have to cancel. But when your body shuts down, it shuts down, and that's just what happens, and there's not a lot that we can do about it. So, kind of taking it one day at a time. This year, I've actually been really focused and having fun with filming for Vlogmas, and then editing the videos, choosing the music. And I've had, again, so many kind comments and a lot of great feedback. It just makes me really happy inside. So I thank you very much for that. That's delicious. Okay, so I received a package in the mail today, quite a large box. And it's a box of yarny goodness. So I want to share that with you. I think what I'll do is open the advent calendars first, and then we'll take a look at what arrived in the mail today. Okay, let's just start with the cosmetics, because you're probably least interested in that, and then I can get it out of the way. So today I have forgotten to wear my glasses, so I'll do my best to get through this. If I have to stop the video and go grab a pair of glasses, I shall. Yes, like I can't, this is some type of rose flavored item, but I honestly can't tell what it is. Hopefully I can zoom in so you guys will be able to see it. So that's from the Lots of 10 Advent Calendar. We're not doing Rose Hill yarns today, so let's go to Sweet Nesting. This is a yarn art advent calendar. Art yarn advent calendar. Ooh, that's different. Wow, that's super interesting. This one has stellina, and it's very fuzzy. It's almost like a mohair feeling with a stellina running through it. I think to knit this into a hat would actually be really amazing. That would look really cool, especially because of the stellina and then the nice smoky blue gray. That's beautiful. I'll take a drink of coffee. And then we'll go to Koigu. Oh, that's pretty. So this is very creamy, with some yellows and pinks, peaches, orange, and even some blue. A lot of different colors in there. Very nice. I'll just hold up the little basket that I have so you can kind of see what I've received so far. Look at that. Yarny goodness. That's wonderful. So many left to still open. Beautiful. Okay. drink. I'm just looking forward to, now that I'm off on holidays, I'm looking forward to, well, having some extra time to get ready for Christmas, as I mentioned previously, but also just having a little bit more downtime and knitting time. Because the funny thing about Vlogmas is, even if you're doing a knitting related Vlogmas, it pretty much takes up most of your time, believe it or not. The editing process is fairly long. I'm not complaining, but I have surprisingly little time to knit. So I think I would have been done my Love Note sweater like a week ago if I wasn't doing Vlogmas. So I'm really thinking I can get that done in the next couple days. I really, okay, I'm excited. Look at how big, sorry, squirrel. Look at how big day 16 is. Like next to number 1, it's the biggest one. Anyways, I'll open that in a second. What was I saying? I really want to get the Love Note off my needles and onto my body before I start the hybrid knit along. I'm starting to get a little, I don't want to say stressed out because that's not the right word, but I'm not feeling great about the number of whips that I have. And that's definitely something I think I will talk about during one of these Vlogmas episodes, is just, you know, the kind of things that are running through my head about my plans for the new year with regards to knitting and podcasting. And I feel like I need to have more of a plan going into 2022. I've had a lot of ideas kind of swirling around in my head, and until I get them down on a piece of paper as a plan, I think they're just going to continue to swirl around. Look at how cute. Look at. So these are like fuzzy slipper socks. So cute. They've got little paw prints on the back. They look small, but they probably stretch a lot. As I get older, I have been very surprised by how much simple things make me happy. And one of those simple things that really makes me happy are clean, dry, warm socks. They just make me so happy. When I put them on in the morning, they just feel so good. Or if I go for a walk and I get my feet wet, to be able to come home, take off the socks, the wet socks, and put on a nice, clean, dry, fluffy, comfortable pair of socks feels amazing. And ask me that 20 years ago, like it wouldn't have been in my top 100 things of good things. But now as I get older, I'm really kind of starting to appreciate the simple things in life. Oh, it sounds so cliched, doesn't it? I know it sounds cliched, but it's really true. It's mind-boggling, and it's something that I wish I had learned years ago, because I think if I had realized how all the small, simple things are the things that make me happy, I think I would have been a happier person years ago. But we can't go back and change the past, unfortunately. There's no do-overs. Okay, I'm gonna move this without crinkling. Okay, so let's talk about the package that I received today. Before I open that, I just brought this. It is my Magic Mountain Cardi. I talked about it already on a prior episode, and I think I know how to put links now to other episodes, So if I can manage that and you're interested in hearing more information about this mountain, Magic Mountain Cardi, I'll put a link and you can just click over. But basically, this is a pattern by Knit Collage, and the yarn is also by Knit Collage. And I have been participating in the knit along with Knit Collage. They had, as I mentioned in a previous episode, they had a steeking party. And what that meant is you just logged on to Zoom, and if you were ready to steek, you started to cut, and we all watched the people who were cutting, and they did such an amazing job, and they were so brave, honestly. And yeah, it made me feel better about steeking after I've completed this. And actually, if I would just put a few weeks into it, I know this would be done. The yarn is so thick and bulky that it just really knits up really fast. Even the color work section goes very, very quickly. Okay, so I've been so happy with the yarn and the assistance that I've received from Knit Collage. Everything about it, including just the really unique garments that they have patterns for and yarn for, have made me want to do more knit alongs in the future and knit more garments from them. Having said that, because I'm not in the US and because of the exchange and whatnot, it's a fairly pricey endeavor. I'm not saying that it's not worth it. I'm not saying that the yarn's not worth it. I'm just saying it's not inexpensive to do. So recently, I think it was for Black Friday or the week of Black Friday, they did have a special on that covered the cost of shipping. So you didn't have to, if you were in the US, you paid 0 shipping. And if you were international, you paid, I think, a flat rate of $10 shipping, which really is incredible. Like if you look at the size of the package that came, it's huge and it's heavy. So they definitely absorbed some costs there. And because Amy from Knit Collage did basically say that they hardly ever have specials or offer free shipping, I thought I might jump on that. I think also, so part of my plans for 2022, I think, are going to include a yarn diet. Not a yarn fast, because that's just not going to happen, but a yarn diet. I have, like most people, I think, or most knitters, I do have a stash of yarn. I think that I need to make a plan. The yarn is so gorgeous. It would be such a shame if I got tired of it just from hoarding it, and it kind of, the colorways maybe became unfashionable and I wasn't drawn to them anymore, or I had moved on to a different type of aesthetic. I feel like that would be really sad. So I am planning on, as I mentioned, doing a yarn diet. So I thought I better order this now. I know that sounds crazy. Like, I'm planning on doing a yarn diet, so I better order some yarn now. That's the same mentality as I'm going on a diet on Monday, so I'm gonna eat all the things this weekend. It's basically the same thing. Anyways, that was my thinking. It was a deal, and I love Knit Collage, and I probably won't be purchasing any more in 2022. So I did order a kit. So, oh, you know, Molly, I don't want to hurt you. Can you move up for a second? Thank you. Okay, I'm really hoping you can see this. I'm gonna move it way up. So I haven't even looked at this yet. Okay. Okay, in my Magic Mountain Cardi, there's a lot of this color, and I love this color. This beautiful aqua color. I'm just so drawn to it. You know, it's nice if you can pick something else, but I love it. Anyways, okay, so my colors, so the kit that I ordered is the Harley sweater. It's not a cardigan. The main color is this. So this is Spun Cloud. I think I mentioned that already. This is, I don't know the colorways. I'm going to have to add that in text because I don't have my glasses on and it's dark in here anyways. So it would be difficult to read the colorways. So I will add those in. But this is the main color. So I have 4 big skeins of this. This is my secondary color, I believe. I have a little bit of this, which is black with stellina in. It's black or navy. I'm pretty sure it's black. There's that. But then also included are these skeins of, and they're all the same, but they're these skeins of, I don't know what they're called, but they're basically cotton that's been made into yarn. So I think they're saris and they've been cut up and made into yarn. So like, just think about how amazing this is going to be. I'm going to put a picture of the Harley sweater up so you can see what I'm going to be working on. I'm so excited. They also send you these little pouch. So this was kind of part of the little the special they were running. You got a little measuring tape and also a little leather or leatherette tag to put on there. But there it is. I think it's going to be really nice and I'm very much looking forward to working on that. So I'll talk about my plans and the yarn diet I'm planning to have in an upcoming episode. I kind of have to mentally still work it out. So my plans for this evening, honestly, are just to totally chill out, get some knitting done, catch up on my Vlogmas episodes because I love watching them also, and totally chill out. And then I have some things that I have to do tomorrow, and maybe I can take you along for some of them. Anyways, thank you for spending time with me again. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And happy Vlogmas, and we will talk tomorrow. Good night.